Combinatorics for my double dailies, 4 of 6. Now, combinatorics is a branch of mathematics, specifically from calculus. And the way I used to say, combinatorics. I mean, that's how I explain it instead. I'm sorry for probably spelling the whole video if I can, but combinatorics is permutations, topology, all the other cool stuff they do and that stuff. Not sometimes even number theories in there. Sometimes even algebras in there. Who knows? Do you even have geometry or trigonometry or even math I could mention in the last second? AQR. I used to love AQR, by the way. I still do actually. But combinatorics was my idea of an insightful math, and I do insightful things with math in the first place, but like even AQR or calculus or trigonometry, Pythagorean theorem. Oh, that's other massive. But with combinatorics, I try to be insightful math skill stuff. Like try to invent my own ways to invest my own ways into proving that there's ways to combat higher end math with lower end math in insightful and invigorating ways. And the way I do that with particular combinatorics is to see that there are ways to do things that don't have to be overlooked all the time. They already are being overlooked, unfortunately, but that's like so busting in disguise. But with combinatorics and math, it's like, okay, there's these equations that there's the philosophy I can make later on about communicating with math, or communicating with science, or communicating with higher end education, or knowledge or intelligence or wisdom, whatever. But another video I can make about that. Combinatorics is beautiful for me. I think I love the math stuff. I love the way that they do the equations, organizing objects and finite equations, finite systematics, and compared to even something like calculus in general, where you're having to calculate change and unpredictable chaotic change or whatever. But there's the theoretical side of combinatorics gets to me. The fact that combinatorics is a math that happens to be about calculus to some extent, but still has its own thing going on. It's like when I looked on Wikipedia, the only mathematics in there was unique that appealed to me at the time. Later, obviously, was combinatorics, and then people were even saying combinatorics would be good for people who didn't want to study textbook mathematics right off the bat, or even had the way to study textbooks or non-textbook mathematics, whatever. Because it's theoretical and abstract, philosophical, big side. Now it's philosophical because it is finite understanding, but with finite resources and not only a certain number of ways to calculate how the permutations and whatever I'm saying, I random for some bragging BS reason, excuses reason. I love combinatorics. I go through the Relic textbook online. It's one of my favorite ones from Applied Combinatorics, 6th edition from these other professors. They even tell stories from these kids who grew up doing combinatorics and these little life stories with the mathematicians style stuff with combinatorics. I go through the textbook, I read the stories, I read the equations and questions to try to solve them if I can. And they say that if you can solve every single one, you have quite the future ahead of you, if not beyond blind belief. But combinatorics is beautiful. I'll leave it there open-ended for now. There's more I can say about that. There's more I can show on the view editing screen. So if I have my view editor available, that's another story for now later. If I don't have my view editors available lately. That's probably why I'm making these double dailies. I'll leave it open-ended. Combinatorics, everyone. Combinatorics. How do you spell it? Tell me in the comments below if you can. I accept you, Tony. And there's something more beautiful in desperation, and there's something more devastating than pretending not to care. Stay safe in the pandemic, everyone. I'll see you in the 5th double daily 6 if I can. I'm not trying to rush these videos. If you unsubscribe or something, I'm sorry, but I'm just making these videos because I really care about making these for now. I really do. I love you guys. Bye.